Munchausen by proxy is a mental health disorder in which a caregiver, usually a parent, fabricates, exaggerates, or induces illnesses in someone under their care, most often a child. It's not misunderstanding, it's not overprotectiveness.
I mean, I used to always think that maybe it's just a little overprotective. So if I had to say one word about her, it would be overprotective. My mom tended to be overprotective.
It is medical child. Imagine a caregiver who appears endlessly devoted, always at the hospital, always at the child's side, yet they are the very reason their child is sick. The love we see on the outside is only performance. This is one of the most disturbing forms of and one of the hardest to detect and diagnose. Munchausen by proxy was defined first in 1977, although most likely existed many years prior when a British paediatrician, Dr. Roy Meadow, first introduced the term. In 1951, Dr. Richard Asher had coined the term Munchausen syndrome to describe adults who fabricated illnesses in themselves, and Dr. Meadow extended Asher's concept to situations of the caregiver imposing this on another, and now it's known as factitious disorder imposed by another. Thought it was helpful if we went to the DSM-5, which is the Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, which has a very precise definition. The DSM-5 places this disorder under the category of somatic symptom and related disorders, conditions where physical symptoms are exaggerated, manipulated, or misunderstood. But in this case, the symptoms don't belong to the person with the disorder, they belong to someone else. Factitious disorder posed on another describes a situation where a caregiver, usually a parent, deliberately falsifies, exaggerates, or induces illnesses in someone under their care. The deception is intentional, and the harm is real, and the motivation is internal, a psychological need to be seen as the devoted, suffering caregiver. According to the DSM-5, several criteria must be met before this diagnosis can be made. First, the caregiver must fabricate or induce symptoms in another person. This means lying about symptoms, manipulating medical tests, or causing actual physical harm. Second, the behaviour must involve clear deception. This isn't confusion or misunderstanding, it's deliberate. Third, the caregiver repeatedly presents the victim as ill, injured or impaired, often insisting on medical tests, treatments or hospitalizations. Fourth, and most importantly, there must be no external reward. No insurance payout, no legal advantage. The motivation is emotional, attention, sympathy, and validation. And finally, the behaviour cannot be better explained by another mental disorder, such as psychosis or delusional beliefs.